Thank you. Hi to everyone. And thank you again. And thank you for joining me. I am Mr. Ben Pudiani on STEM Lockdown Digital School. And I would like to thank you for being part of these lessons throughout the week and throughout this time of COVID-19. And then I would like also to thank the parents for buying you the data so that you are able to participate and have a meaningful day, because during this time, some of you are not getting this benefit. You must thank your parents for doing this to you, because you are so special. You are tomorrow leaders. You are the people who are going to be the leaders of this country in the future. So today we are continuing with our interesting lessons that we have been doing all over the time. So last time when I was with you, we were talking about water cycle, and then we finished about water cycle, and now we are entering into another chapter where we are going to deal with the raw and manufactured materials. That is all we are going to do today, is that we are going to focus on raw materials and manufactured materials. That is the lesson for today. Now, let us go to our objectives to see what is it that we expect to know at the end of this lesson. On slide number 3, we have the following objectives. Slide number 3, we have the following objectives. Objective number 1 is that you must be able to explain the difference between raw and manufactured materials. You must be able to explain the difference between raw and manufactured materials. Number 2, you must be able to explain why we need to process raw materials. That is what you must be able to explain. Those are the only 2 objectives for today. Never mind, I don't have to give you a lot of things because you are still very young. I only need the 2 objectives today. Now, let us start with our lesson. Raw materials. You'll ask yourself, what is a raw materials? Can somebody tell us what is a raw material? Or what do you understand by the word raw? What does Dylan? Okay, what do you understand by the word raw? If somebody can tell you there is something called raw or something is raw at home, what is it? Raw. Not raw for the lion. R-A-W. R-A-W. What does it stand for? Oh, not cooked. Good. Tico, yeah, you are right. You are right, Tico. Not cooked. Not cooked like food. Yes, natural state. Yes, Keira, you are right. Natural state. Tomato, good. Raw, yes. Raw means in the natural state. I'm happy for the answer. Somebody have rocked it, because you said something that is raw is in its natural state. Like apples, yes. Apples, yes, that is true. Apples are in, yes, something from earth you can use, good. Yes, Asia, you are right. Something from the earth. Now, let me tell you on the next slide, what is a raw material in terms of this lesson. Raw materials are materials that come from nature and are in their natural state. Yes, all those things. Raw materials are materials that come from nature and are in their natural state. They are in their natural state. Those are the raw materials. They are materials that come from nature and they are in their natural state. Yes, Those are the raw materials. Number 2, example of raw materials. Do you see example of raw materials? What am I having here? What am I having? Yes, this is wood. Nay, this is wood. It is still in its natural state. Do you see the wood? It is not processed. That's correct. Good is the natural state. The natural state is the wood. And now what do you see here, inside here? Yes, this thing is called what? It is the sand. It is the sand. You get the sand all over, and this sand is in its natural state. And now look here. What are these things? Let me come here. Do you see these things? What are these things? These things that I'm holding. Yes, I've got something. You just tell me what is it. Thank you for the sand. These are the straws. They break. Look, you can break them. These are the straws. Ne? Good. They are the straws. Straws. Those are the straws. Now, those are some of the examples of raw materials. Ne? Those are the examples of raw materials. Now, the other thing that I'm having, this is what? Clay. Ne? Do you see the word clay? This is clay. When you get outside, you get this clay. Yes, it's clay. Good. That is raw material. You get it naturally. You don't buy it. You go outside, then you get it for free. And now I got another one. This one. Do you see this one? Yes, it's very fluffy. Yes, very soft. It's a feather. You get it from the what? Where the ostrich, ne? The ostrich, yes, even the chicken, yes, the birds, you get this feather. It's natural. And now, look at this thing. I'm just going to come closer for you to see it. What is this one? What is this thing? This one I'm holding. Okay, they look like rocks, ne? Good. This thing is actually called zinc. Zinc, you know, somebody says foil. Good. You are nearly there. It's just that you can't feel them. These are zinc. These are zinc granules. Zinc. Good. Those are the examples of the raw materials. Let me go to the last one. This is the last one. What do you know about this one? Yes, it got something. It will strike you. Yeah. Yes, alu. Yes, it's also a raw material. No, there are so many other raw materials that I cannot bring here to you, but you know about them. If you get outside your house, you will see a lot of raw materials, lot of them. As long as you something that is natural, you must know that it is a raw material. Yes, as long as that's something no man have ever changed it, it means it's a raw material. Now, those are the raw materials. Thank you for giving the answers. Now, number 3 is that often raw materials are not useful in their raw form. When you get this thing, you can't use it like this. You need to do something to it. You need to do something to it. Yes. Number four, raw materials are used to create other useful materials. Yes. Raw materials are used to make other useful materials. Now, let me come to this one. Do you see this paper? This is cardboard. It's made from what? It's made from wood. This cardboard is made from wood. So you cannot use this wood in its raw form. You have to process it in order for you to get this cardboard. In order for you to get this paper, you have to process it. You have to make it useful to you. So raw materials can also be called natural materials. That is a simple explanation that all natural materials are raw materials. Even water. Water is in its natural form is raw. It's natural, you get it from nature. It's just that humans add some other chemicals to make it something else. You make juice, then it's no longer a raw material. Then it's something else. It's a processed material. Now let's go to the next slide. Let's go to next slide. Yes, next slide will tell us that raw materials and manufactured materials. That is the topic. Materials made by men using raw materials are called manufactured materials. If I can raise a question to say, what is a manufactured material? It is a material made by men using raw materials. You use the raw materials to make manufactured material. That is what you do. You use the raw material to make the manufactured materials. Like I have given you the examples of those raw materials and the other two manufactured materials. Examples, number one, wool, make the jersey, the socks, even the banknotes. You know that wool can make jersey, socks, and banknotes. Did you ever realize that wool make banknotes? Wool can make banknotes as well. That's why you take wool, you take banknotes, you put it in the water. It does not lose its color. This money does not, you put it in the water, it does not lose its color because there is, wool is part of this material, this banknote. They use wool as well. They will use other chemicals, but also wool, because wool does not get wet in the water. Yes, banknotes they use wool as well. Now, the trees, I've shown you this thing, the wood, you make a lot of things. You can tell me many more. I have only 3 in front of me. The furniture, tools, and paper. I know you know many more, which you are having. Your fathers, your mother and father have bought many beautiful things made of wood. You know them. You can name a lot of them. Yes, even a frame. Yes, Dantai Liwave. You are right. Ntombizodwa. Good, Ntombizodwa. You are a supporter of this program. Thank you for coming all the time. A door, Nonhlanhla, is made from wood. Most of the doors, they like to use wood. Yes. Now I come to the next part, sand. I'm showing you the sand, ne? Yes, the bricks are made from the sand. Mostly bricks, when they are made, the most constituent is sand and clay. So glass, let me come to glass. Glass is also made from sand. Glass is also made from sand. It's also made from sand. And building structures, those are the things that are made up from sand. Now I come to cotton. You know the cotton, most of your clothes, you check on the sticker, then you'll see what it is made of. Some of the things some of the clothes are made from cotton. Some of the clothes are made from cotton. So cotton is also one of the things that make up fabrics. That is the other one, interesting one, after cotton. Do you know of what you call platinum? Platinum is something that is found in South Africa. It's something that is mined underground. This platinum is very much abundant. Meaning there's a lot of platinum in South Africa. So in the computer hard drive, they use it. They put platinum there. That's why sometimes computer is expensive, because if they have to write information, you need platinum on the computer disk, the inside part of the disk. It uses platinum. And jewelry, then your parents are having jewelry, I know, it uses platinum as well. Those are the raw and manufactured materials. Now I'm coming to the questions. What are raw materials? Can you tell me what are raw materials? What are raw materials? What are raw materials? Yes, who can tell me what are raw materials? What are raw materials? I want an explanation. What does raw materials mean? Oh, it's something that is natural, good. Something that comes from nature. Yes, good. Something that is natural or something that comes from nature. That is a raw material. Now, number B, what is a manufactured material? What is a manufactured material? Yes, what is a manufactured material? What is a manufactured material? I want to check if you were listening. Yes, made by man are things made by things that have been processed. Also good from Pamela. Things that is made by man, but they use the raw material to make manufactured materials. We can also say synthetics. We can also say things, man-made things, things made by man, man-made. Now, question number 3, what are the examples of raw materials? You can name a lot. Examples of raw materials that you know. Book, TV, yes. No, book is not the raw material. Wood, sand, I've indicated them. But I said you can name others that you know. You know of a lot. I know, children, you are very clever. When you go out, then you see a lot of things, then you can identify this is a raw material. Number D, what are examples of manufactured materials? You must be able to identify manufactured materials as well. Yes, a book is a manufactured material made from wood. Also what? Clothes. Yes, the clothes you wear made from cotton, from wool, from many other things. Yes, the doors. Yes, everything. TV stand, they use iron to make it jewelry. Many other things. Bed, yes, that is a manufactured materials, a man-made material. Mention examples of manufactured materials. No, you know them. You have already indicated them. I was just checking if you still remember the manufactured materials. Now, let's come to processing and properties. Processing and properties. Now, processing and properties. Now, to make any material, you need to know the type of the raw materials you must use. To make anything, there must be a specific properties that you will require in order for you to make your manufactured material. For you to process, maybe you want to make bricks. Can you make bricks using the wood? Can you use wood to make bricks? Is that possible to use? You cannot use wood to make bricks. So there must be something different between wood and sand that makes you to choose the sand. There is a distinction between these two things, that we have the sand and we also have the wood, but you choose the sand instead of the wood. There must be a reason. Why do you choose the sand instead of the wood? What might be the reason? What do you think is the properties of the sand for you to choose it over the wood? Can you tell me anything, Dylan? Yes, I can agree with you that if you make bricks using sand, it is stronger, it is heavier. Ne? Yes, it can carry more load. Yes, sand can carry load. If you use this wood, then you put a lot of things on top, then it will bend and end up breaking your house. Now, you are right if you say that is one of the property. To say when you use the sand, your own building is going to be very strong than the one using the wood. So it doesn't mean the wood is ruled out. The wood is appropriate. Somebody have indicated that, can you use the sand to make the door? Can you use the sand to make the door? Between the wood and the sand, what are you going to use to make the door? The wood or the sand? You must use the wood. The properties is that wood is very light. You can, because the door you are going to open and close it many, many times. Then if you can use wood, you won't get tired. But imagine if somebody used sand to make the door, then you'll have a very heavy door. Even your parents cannot push it. You have to come together as a family in order for you to open the door. So that's very difficult. Now, you come to number 2, manufactured materials are not found in nature. You cannot find this paper in nature. Nobody can go to a tree. I cannot send you to a tree to go and fetch this paper, because this paper was manufactured. Yes, there must be processing in order for you to manufacture this paper. That is why you cannot go and fetch it outside. It is a manufactured material. Now, number 3, people make materials with properties that they are suitable for a specific job. Yes, I've indicated already, I've already told you that we choose because of the properties. Why? Now, let me show you something. You see this doorknob is shining there. This door handle is shining. It is made from zinc. They use this material, zinc. These zinc granules are used to coat this door handle, because many people keep on opening and closing the door. The germs can be here, né? So the germs don't stick to these metals. They don't stick to zinc. It does not allow germs to stick in. Yes, there's germs, but inside, you see, it is not shining. Inside, it is not shining very much, but outside, it was coated. It's like a mirror. So they used what we call zinc to coat it, so that when you touch it many times, it doesn't get dirty. That is why they choose zinc. So there is the other thing that I told you, that in a computer that you are using or in the phone, there is a zinc, there is what you call platinum. I told you about platinum, that platinum is in the hard drive, né? Because platinum can, they can write a lot of things. They can write many lines, like the computer have got, it's like the old CD is like the CD. Yes, do you know the CD, the disk? So, but the disk in the computer is the code, the top part is made from platinum. They choose platinum over other metals because platinum is able to make smaller lines. Yes, they are able to make smaller lines on that disk. That's why they choose it. They can't choose gold. They choose platinum. Yes. Yeah, I know most people are not aware that platinum on the hard drive of a computer, on top, there is platinum. Thank you. Yes. Now, number 4, example of plastic is used to make water pipes. Yes, because it does not rust. They use plastic. Yes, plastic material like this one, yeah, it's plastic. You remember this one? I used it last time. It's plastic. This is very soft, but you put it underground, you can get it even after 100 years. It will be like this. But if you can take wood, you can take iron. You can go and look for iron and make your pipes. Then it will take some time. Then they are going to rust. They are going to rust. When they rust, then water will not pass. You see, it will leak and there will be many problems. That is why the properties of a plastic make it possible for it to be used to make those pipes. Thank you. Now, number 5, plastics are flexible and can be molded into different shapes. You know different shapes of plastics? You see this shape? Yes. This shape? Yes. Many shapes. You've got things at home made from plastic. I know that. Now I'm going to ask you other questions. Is the exercise X well? Which objects are raw materials? Which objects are raw materials? Yes, wood. Yes, that's good. Grass and others. Number 2, which objects are manufactured materials? Then you already know them. That is what I wanted. Thank you, paper. Yes, you are right. Now, what is the difference between raw material and manufactured material? This is what I want you. What is the difference between the raw and manufactured materials? Can somebody tell me what is the difference between the raw materials and manufactured materials? Raw materials, somebody Portia say raw materials. Okay, I did not read it. Okay, I think she is right. Raw materials are natural and manufactured materials are what? Raw materials are natural. What about manufactured materials? You must answer, don't answer half. If it is a question in an exam, there must be an answer must cover both things. It's good. Yeah, manufactured materials are and raw materials. I say manufactured materials and raw materials. I want the answer. Give me one answer. What is the difference? Raw material is natural and manufactured material is man-made. Good, yeah, that's correct. That is the good answer. I want it that way. I want it that way so that you don't get half mark. Raw materials are natural and manufactured materials are man-made. That is the complete answer. I like it. Lontlang, you are very clever. Yes, you are very clever. Yeah, 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 Ndelehle, you are very Victoria. You are very clever. Dante, you are very clever. Good. Now, number 4, what do we need to do to raw materials before we can use it? What do we need to do to a raw material? Asia, what do we need? Somebody say we must cook it. Yes, some of the materials must be cooked. Good. This is the scientific answer. It must be processed. It must be processed. I'm happy that other people, they can speak scientifically. You must process it. You must process it. Let's use scientific words. Let us please use scientific word. It must be processed. Yes, it must be processed. Let's agree to say processed. That is the word that I want. Yes, because we are scientists. We are not the chefs. We are not the chefs. We are scientists. We must say it must be processed. Even cooking is processing. That is what you must know. That's why we use processing. Stands for all types of making things, changing the raw materials into something else. That is processing. Good. Processing. Oh, you don't know how it is written, but I'll help you how to write it. Processed. That is processed. Good. Now, number 5. Do manufactured materials occur in nature? It's a question. Do manufactured materials occur in nature? No, they don't occur in nature.
Please, guys, just wait. There's a slight delay with the internet. Please just wait. Okay, guys. Let's see you guys tomorrow. Sorry for the inconvenience. It looks like has a problem with its internet. See you guys tomorrow again at 10 minutes to 3. Enjoy your evening. Bye bye.